Hi guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiana and welcome to Design with Tiana. So today we'll be talking about user research in UX design. So we'll be discussing what is user research, why user research is important, primary research, secondary research, qualitative research, quantitative research, and a few research methods that we have like interviews, survey, and competitive audits. So let's get started. If this is something you enjoy, definitely watch to the end because I'm going to be dropping a tips that will help you to carry out the right user research for your UX design projects. So let's get started. What is user research? Before we can think of conducting a user research that works, we have to understand what user research is. What is user research? It's just from the word research, is understanding the user needs, the behavior, the user needs, the user behavior, the user motivation through feedbacks and observations. So I would explain this more in details. It means research. Research actually means like try to finding out about something, try to understand how something works. So now user research in here is understanding the user needs. You want to understand their needs, what is their pain points, what are the problems they are currently facing. You want to understand their behavior, why do they behave this particular way. You want to understand the motivation behind why they take particular actions. So and you can only do this through like feedbacks, talking to them, listening to them, having a conversation with them, or observing their behavior. So sometimes your user research does not have to be when you speak with people. It could be through seeing how they perform a particular task on your products. So now I want to discuss why user research is important as a for your UX design process. So the user research is important because it helps you to understand the user needs. And to to design a solution for a business that works, that will convert, you need to understand the user needs to provide that solution for them. So it helps you to understand the user needs. And second reason that I've written here is it helps to identify user pain points when using a product. So user research is not limited to when you are creating a new product. For existing products as well, you can carry out a user research that would let you know, oh, the users that are using your products has a particular problem navigating this particular section of the products. So user research helps you to identify user pain points when using a product. It could be your product, it could be a competitor's product that you want to test. The last reason I have written here is it helps identify the motivation behind users' behavior. So user research helps you to understand why a particular action is being carried out by your user. So for an example, if you realize that on your website, the users, like 60% of the users, click on a particular text that is not a link, that is not a call to action. That is not a call to action, it's not a button, it's nothing, just a normal text. But the all like 60% of the user usually like click on this. User research will help you to understand why. Does the text looks like a button to them? What exactly is the motivation behind why they are clicking on that particular text? So that's like one of the reasons why user research is important. User research is like the starting point for any project, any UX design process and projects that you have. You need to understand the user to be able to design solutions for them. So I'll talk about primary research. So we categorize research based on who conducted the research and the type of data you collected for the research. So now based on who conducts the user research, we have the primary research and we have the secondary research. So the primary research, this is research exercise that you conducted yourself. So that means you as a UX designer, as a user researcher, you are the one who have drafted the questions, the screeners and the questions you want to ask to understand the user pain points. You're the one that speaks to the user, get to know them. You're the one who sets the surveys and gets insights. You carried out, you conducted the research. When you conduct a research yourself, that's like a primary research based on who conducted research. So we are categorizing research based on who conducted it. We have like the primary and the secondary. So for primary research, it means you carried out the exercise on your own. We have a secondary research. Secondary research is a research exercise that you use like information someone else has put together. So at this point, you're not the one who have the research question, who speaks to the user, who gets to know about them. So now you get research insights from existing information. So it could include information from books, videos, or articles. So these are like secondary research. Secondary research are research that are not carried out by you, but by someone else that is beneficiary to your project, your UX design project, that you find useful for your project. But as far as the research is not carried out by you, that's like a secondary research. So qualitative research. So like I said earlier, we categorize research based on the type of data collected as well. So here we have the qualitative research and the quantitative research if we are categorizing research based on the data collected. So qualitative research is a research that focuses on understanding and observing user needs and behavior. So qualitative research involves observation. It's actually focused mainly on observations, speaking to people, getting to know them, to hear them, listen to their body language, the way they react to certain things. So this is what qualitative research is. Qualitative research, you can take of interviews. When you interview people, you listen to what they're saying, you listen to what they are not saying as well. You watch their body language and others. So for the qualitative research, it's focused on observation, like I said earlier, and it answers the question, how do you do this? Why do you do this? So it's actually like, it's a research. For qualitative research, you get a detailed response on how a particular thing works. What qualitative research could help you to get what are the existing solutions that a user is actually using for a particular problem. So it is mainly detailed. It's focused on observation, asking questions, observing like the user needs and their behavior as well. So quantitative research. This is a research that focuses on data collected by counting and measuring. So it deals with numbers. So it can be a survey. It's often based on surveys of large group of people using numeric numbers. So it can be a survey. One advantage of quantitative research is you get to get data from a large number of people compared to qualitative research. So with quantitative research, you can focus on a large group of people, getting numeric numbers from them. So it asks the question, what are these? What is it called? So it actually answers the question, what? So right now I've already talked about what user research is. Categories of user research based on who conducted the research. Category of user research based on the data collected. So I already explained what primary research is, what secondary research is, what qualitative research is, what quantitative research is. So now we want to talk about research method. So if you've watched this video to this point, please like, subscribe, and drop in the comment section. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. If you have a video you would like to see like a content, a design topic you want me to do a video on, make a request in the comment section as well. Please do like this video to help me to get this video to more people that need it as well. So now on the research method that we have many research methods. We have a lot, but on this video I'll only be talking about 3 research methods, and which is actually part of like the commonly used research method. These are not all the commonly used research methods, but I'll only be talking about these 3 research methods. So if you want me to talk about other commonly used research method, please let me know in the comment section. Drop a request on a particular research method you want me to talk about, so I'll go in details on each research method. So the first research method is interview. So interview is like a one-on-one conversation. You're talking to one person at a time, where you could ask the user, you could get like detailed response. So one great thing about interview is you can ask follow-up questions. So if you ask, oh, what are the ways that you were able to do this, and the user give you an answer, and maybe they mentioned something, like they mentioned a particular app. Oh, how does that app works? That's like a follow-up question, which is like an advantage with interviews compared to like surveys or every other research method where you do not get to speak with the user. So with interviews you get to ask follow-up questions. So this research method helps you to understand what the user thinks and why they think. So you ask them questions, they tell you what they think, and right there you could ask them why they think that way, or why a certain thing is this way. And one thing with interviews, when you are one of the tips I would say when conducting an interview is ask open-ended questions that cannot be answered with yes or no. Like if I asked you, oh, have you eaten? Yes, I have eaten, right? But if I ask you, what did you eat? So now I'm going to go into details of what I ate maybe a few minutes ago, a few hours ago, right? So for interviews, ask open-ended questions. So that was one of the tips. Now the second method in it is survey. So survey is actually used to get data from a large number of people. And one great thing about survey is you can get both qualitative and quantitative questions. So you can get questions that has to do with numbers, you can get questions that answer the how, and the why a particular thing works a particular way. Another great thing about survey is it is fast and inexpensive. You can literally carry out a survey using Google Forms. So it is very fast and inexpensive way to get insight from the user. But a drawback with survey is it doesn't give in-depth feedback. You cannot ask follow-up questions. It doesn't give that in-depth feedback compared to interviews. So finally, the last question here, the last method here that I will be talking about is competitive audit. So this is a secondary research method. If you remember what secondary research method is, research is a research that is not conducted by you. Like you are not the one who conducted the research, it was actually carried out by someone else. So this is a secondary research method that involves you studying both your direct and indirect competitors' products, strengths and weaknesses. So competitive audit is like the word competitive competition. So right now you are going to look for, if you are working on the UX design, this is a method you use to study your competitors. So you can have a direct competitors. A direct competitors is someone who is offering the same service you are offering to the same target users, and your indirect competitors may be offering the same the same value proposition, the same solutions to a different target users, or maybe a similar services to the same target users. So for competitive audits, you have to study your competitors' strengths, if they have a website, or for digital products here, if they have a website or a website or a mobile app, you want to study the interface. How does it work? What is the user experience? What are the pain points people are having using this product? What are the strengths? Where you think like, oh, this is where their strength is, this is where their weaknesses is, so you can understand the gap in where your products could fit in, something different your products could do to have like an edge over your competitors. So it helps. One great thing about competitive audit is it serves as a starting point for your user research. So for if you conduct a competitive audit, it helps you to like be like a backup for your primary research. So it helps you to like get started with knowing about the industry, knowing about the solutions that are available in the market for the users at the moment, and how your products could come to help effectively like solve the problem for the user and having an edge over our competitors. So please, if you watched the video to this point, this is the end of the video, so please subscribe and like and comment, so that the YouTube is going to recommend this video to other people as well. If you find this video very useful, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you. See you another time.